Okay, I have my magnifying glass. Now hopefully I'll be able to see these So I put that bar in backwards and I immediately went to work on it. And you can see how they're attracted to the wax coating. Okay, doesn't look like that bar is attached. Okay, this side, honey at the top, brood at the bottom. Still don't see any eggs, but she's got a pretty good brood pattern. So let's proceed. You may smell my voice again. You may smell my breath again. And that's about as upset as they get in the top bar. But it doesn't take long. What I'm doing, I'm checking to see if the comb is attached to the sides, which it doesn't appear to be. I'm not finding eggs the right age. She's got a nice pattern. I haven't seen a queen cell yet. 2 queen cups so far. Same thing, honey at the top, brood at the bottom. No queen cell. We're bringing in orange pollen right now. I was going to open this other end up, but I've changed my mind. Uh-oh. Yep. Okay, this one's a little different. All brood down here. Drone cells over here, honey at the top, pollen below the honey. And that one was attached and I didn't see it. So I want to get that burr comb off of there. There it is. It's tempting to leave a frame out. It is. Now I'm going to mark this spot. That's where I left out a frame with my push pin. So I got to put that frame back into the right of that push pin. And that might be attached. Yep. They don't like it much when you stick a foreign object down into the hive. Even though they're gentle bees, as far as bees go. Okay, both sides of this frame are almost all drone. It's honey at the top, a little bit of pollen. This side's almost all drone. This side's almost all drone. Yep, they smell my breath. So I'll give them a second to calm down. This is the hive tool that I'm going to use to do the on-the-spot queen rearing, if I ever find the right side, the right eggs, and they're going to be at this end. The reason I'm going through the whole hive is if I find a swarm cell or a queen cell, you probably need to make some spacers. Okay, this is honey at the top. This entire bottom from here down is brood. On this side. And the bottom 4/5 of that one is brood. So this queen is really doing her job. We want her genetics for sure. Okay, that was attached. Okay, now every frame so far has been completely filled out, and they're bouncing off. They're really upset. Uh-oh. I want to get this one back in before I forget where it came from. Put it back in with a gentle rocking motion. Okay, this hive, when I looked at it last, this was about a week ago, I added an empty bar between two fully drone bars. And this is what they did with that empty bar. See that brand new white comb that they've drawn out? Beautiful. They started in two different spots and met in the middle. get really upset like that. I'll just give them a minute to settle down. I'm not a commercial beekeeper. Commercial guy would just keep on going. And there's a bit of wax that was attached. It seemed to attach this whole side. Still looking for a queen cell. If I can find one. Well, that's a gorgeous bar. Honey and nectar across the top. It's all brood right in the center. There's so much nectar going on, they're filling some of the empty brood area. There's about 3 drones on this one bar here. But still no queen cell. Looks like I'm going to have to make my own queen cell. Okay, the bars are getting smaller. No chance of them being attached now. I want to look really close for egg. Let's see where the end of the brood chamber was. I think that was the last of the brood right there. Lots of brood. There's one doing the waggle dance. Okay, the best place their eggs will be right here. It'll be the right age. Really hard to see on this white wax. They're polishing these up down here. So if I'm going to find eggs, it's going to be on the other end. There's no use to open this up anymore. There's not going to be a queen cell there. So I saw 3 queen cups. So the potential's there. So now I need to put this back together. And I just crushed a bee. And that's a bad thing. You want to avoid crushing bees at all costs, because it gets them upset. When you crush one, they put out a pheromone, an alarm pheromone, and everybody gets upset. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but in this spot is where an empty hive was, and I took it over to the backyard and I split the observation hive. I started calling the observation hive OB for observation, and I named it Juan, J-U-A-N. So the observation hive is OB1, and I named the one I split next to it, I think we'll call that another one. Okay, I'm rocking this back and forth and up and down. Get the bees out of the way. They still don't like me much. I just crushed another one. I'll start putting them together 2 at a time now. Oh, messed up. because I know that this one goes where my push pin was. Push pins are a good thing to have out in the hive. And they're bouncing off my veil again. So let them settle down a little bit. If I do find eggs on the other end, which I can't see, I'm going to use this tool, which I'm also going to use to eliminate a puddle. I think I'll leave that puddle underneath this hive. They like drinking out of dirty, stagnant water for some reason. I'm going to see if I can calm them down a little bit with this spray. It's peppermint oil. That seemed to help a little bit. I'm going to put this hive back together. There's some burr comb that I forgot. They're just bouncing off my veil. I have 3 empty hives here. I have a lady in Myrtle Beach who is putting together a nuke for me. She's got some really cool bees. They'll go in this one. Then I'm going to split that first hive. Put it in this one, and that'll be the gabled one will be my spare. That guard bee, 2 guard bees at least, are still on me. This is a big pine tree that I had to cut down. I was afraid it would fall in the bee yard eventually, so I chopped it down. It appears these guys are just not going to leave me alone. So I'm going to have some water. I discovered you can drink through the fabric on the bottom of your veil. Oh, just as soon as I got back. So, brood at the bottom. I breathed on him again, which is a bad idea. Larva, uncapped brood. But I'm not seeing any eggs that are the right age. I'm going to find him, I'm going to find him on this end. Okay, I'm going to mark this bar. This is one of the bars with a queen cup. I need to mark this bar somehow. How am I going to mark it? Should have brought a pencil. I don't have a pencil. So I'm going to mark it with an X right there. And this one has a queen cup on it also. And this foam's a little wanky. They're not going to like that much. Yep, told you they wouldn't like that much. I need to mark that one too. That one had a queen cup on it. Well, this is my best bet for eggs. I don't see any. No eggs on that one, the right age anyway. Lots of brood. Just the wrong age. Well, the queen was on this end. This is my best bet. eggs at the right age. They ought to be right down here. Nope, nothing but commas. The egg has got to the stage where it looks like a comma. You want to find just a little white line. If I don't find them here, I'm not going to find them. And this is so white. Ought to be right here. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to work myself backwards till I start finding brood. There's brood on this one. So the right age ought to be around this brood. Well, I missed seeing her on the way back. I'm sure she's still in there. You know, this will be a little experiment. I can't see the eggs at the right age. So just as an experiment, I'm going to modify some of those cells and see if I can get them to make a queen. I don't see the eggs, but they got to be there. I mean, I don't want to leave the brood out too long. just going to modify a couple of cells